Ringo Starr's Lifted, the 232-page hardcover memoir of his life and the Beatles, published on February 14 in a limited edition of 1000 by Los Angeles Julien's Auctions, bears the fetchingly verbose and Ringo-ishly upbeat subtitle Fab Images and Memories in My Life with the Beatles from Across the... The title for the volume comes from the flood of memories triggered by Ringo's paging through the reams of photos in the Apple Corps Limited archives. The photographs are, literally, lifted from those archives, and that inspired the process for the book. But Ringo is nothing if not a man for a good metaphor, and his title also refers to the elevation and intense reward that membership in one of the most exclusive fraternities in 20th century music, on stage and off, conferred upon him. Richard Ringo Starkey from Liverpool was in fact lifted into, and by, the Beatles. It's a boon to the reader that this generous, soulful storyteller is aware of the gift. The book is the man's narrative response to the photographs over the span of his career, an unadorned treat. The voice is wholly Ringo's, at once irreverent, heartfelt, unafraid of its story, and laced with that fine sort of irony native to Liverpool that the drummer's bandmates Lennon and McCartney mined so adroitly for their lyrics. It's an ambulatory, picaresque narrative, as if we've embarked on a series of dinners with the rock star, who's agreed to take us on a long, most colorful walk through the backstory. He makes the salient distinction in the first lines of the introduction that he's no Beatle historian, rather, that he's a Beatle with some history, and it's precisely in that ruminative mode that the value of the book, to the students of the history of 20th century popular music, lies. Ringo tells us of the enormous value of what George Martin did for the group in bringing them together and producing their sound, of meeting their idols such as Little Richard, of what it was like on the Ed Sullivan Show in February 1964, of how that rambunctious first tour of the States worked on T. That the book is being published by Julien's is the result of a years-long relationship between the stars, Ringo and his wife Barbara Bach, and the Los Angeles-based auction house, with whom they first collaborated on a successful deck-sessioning memorabilia sale some 6 years ago, designed as a